A very good evening to you all, and welcome back to the channel. DaleThompsonGolfing.com, the home of trucking golfers, because playing is living. Don't forget that. And I hope you all had a fantastic day today. It's the second day of the year. It's my fourth shift. It's my last one because I didn't work New Year's Eve, which was great. And thanks very much for still subscribing and still joining me on my journey. And please, I'd appreciate it a lot more if you just smash that subscribe button and come and help me to get to 200. I need six more, and then that's it. We'll get there, and then we'll get to my next goal, 300, and blah blah blah. So great to have you back, and it's great to be back. Bit of bad news, as we all should know, and it's unpredictable. That's the only word that I can say. It's unpredictable, and it's becoming more often than not. It's these terrorist attacks that are happening. Yeah, they're few and far between, but they're happening. Either it's ISIS, Hamas, Hezbollah, all the other factions that you can think of, all the Islamic fundamentalists, or head cases, as I like to call them. They're all again on the rampage and causing atrocities. Now I've been to New Orleans, even when we were there, and it was, I think it was about October time, end of October, and it was still rammed. There was still a lot of people there partying, having a really good time. The street was packed. Not like the carnival type of nights that you get, that they get when they're, when the carnival's on and stuff like that. But it was still full. So you can imagine exactly what it was like on a New Year's Eve in a major town a very famous town in the US, in a very famous street, and a truck comes driving down the street full pelt, and it just causes death and destruction. The guy was killed. He was an ex-forces, American forces. They've already found ISIS paraphernalia in the truck as well. No doubt they'll be digging in a lot more further into his past and into his life, and how he got this far. But it just goes to show that it's like I said, it's unpredictable. You're not safe anywhere at the moment. You're really not, and especially in the UK. The streets of London aren't safe, even though that got a gong. He's not maintaining the streets of London, policing them or keeping them safe. People can't go out at night. They're afraid to even draw out cash from the cash points in case they'll get mugged. There's stabbings, there's shootings. The police have lost control. Our capital city has gone. It has literally gone to the immigrants, and it's sad, and it's all because of this. And they gave, and they have the audacity to give him and make him a knighthood and make him a sir, and I think it's absolutely disgraceful. I really do. Please leave me your thoughts, leave me comments. I'd love to hear them, because I am absolutely fuming that he got it, and I'm disappointed in the king. I really am disappointed in the king. I've been a royalist, well, since I was 19, really, since I joined the army back in 1989, and I served Queen and Country. I was a royalist all the way throughout my army career until Her Majesty passed away, and then he stepped in, and I thought he'd carry the same mantle as his mother, because I think that if Queen Elizabeth would have been in, and she knew the state of the streets and the state of London and what's happening to it and what he's done to it, I think she would have refused it. I don't think she would have given him the award. But the king at the moment, I've lost all confidence in him. I've lost all respect for him. I don't think he's as strong as Queen as Elizabeth was. I really don't, and I think it's time that he stepped aside and let William come in and take the crown. and become the monarch. Because why he has not said anything up until now, I can't understand why he's not even having a word with the government to say, look, I'm not happy. This is what's happening. This is what's happening on our streets. This is what's happening to my country. This is what's happening to my people. They are not happy. And then I've just heard on, I think it was on GB News, 26 Labour constituencies or members, Labour members, after 26, 20 of them have resigned. Now, I think, is the writing on the wall? Are we ready for a new change? I don't know. Could there be more on the way? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm hoping and praying that this could be a catalyst of something good that's going to happen, and we might. Well, could it happen? Could it? Surely, there's got to be some other. I'm down at Purfleet at the moment, and I'm just watching the other trucks drive by, and some of them are just. They look dangerous. They really do look dangerous. Is there another kind of bureaucracy that we've got to go through to get a government change or get a new government in power? Please leave me a remark. Tell me if there's, what needs to be done. How the old government can be ousted and a new government put in its place. Can the people change that? I don't know. Please let me know. Drop me a remark. What else is going off in the news? Over the water, over the pond. Trump isn't even in office yet. He's got another 17 more days. January the 20th, he takes over, and already he's said that he's going to pass it through Congress that the only two genders recognised in America are male and female, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. So all the wokeisms out there, all the wokes, going to be phased out. There's no more arguments. There's no more 78 or 79 different genders. There's two, male and female, and they're the ones that are giving you at birth, and that is it, period. How you can have three genders, a trigender, and so hopefully all these people are coming out with their pronouns. I'm known as this and that. I think they'll just fade away. They'll just go away. I'm hoping they do. And likewise, he's done the same with transgenders in female sports, which I think is it had to be done. Seriously, it had to be done. Why it wasn't done any sooner? Because obviously, the Democrats were in power, and they're all about as far left as anybody can get. But yeah, he's going to change all that as well, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. And what I also hope happens is all these tossers that have changed sex from male to female to win, to cheat, because they are cheats at the end of the day. I hope that they are stripped of all their medals, of all their honours that they've won. All their records are set from zero, so women have got a chance to compete in their sport, in their category, to break any records and make an A for themselves, and not have a bloke next to them that's smashing records by seconds, not 1/10 of a second, but literally by 30 odd seconds, breaking records. It is absolutely outrageous. So I am so glad that he's going to do that, and he's going to pass it, and it should get passed. It really should get passed, because anybody that stays there and says, "Oh no, I don't think it's right. We should give men chance and women's." You're freaking mad. These people should be locked up, literally locked up, and the key thrown away, because they are insane, absolutely insane. So yeah, I'm so glad that is happening, and hopefully, like Dominic Truss was saying, in Poland, who are probably the best country in Europe at the moment. Everything about the country is just perfect in every sense. They've had no terrorist attacks. Their streets are clean. Their infrastructure is absolutely gleaming. Their economy is great. They're working. Their unemployment's down. Why cannot every other country in Europe just take a leaf out of their book? I just can't understand it. Why would anybody? Because you look at the streets in our city, in our major cities, there's shit. There's shit all over the place. There's rubbish, bags, black bags, bin bags. It is literally looking like the Middle East. I'm sorry, but it is, because I've been to the Middle East. I know what it's like. It's a shithole. It really is. And this country is going that way. And if we don't get a grip of it soon, it's going to get worse and worse. That's my rant over. I've got to go down to Allington after this, pick up a trailer, and then that's me finished for the weekend. I don't think I'll be playing golf on Saturday because the forecast snow, so it's going to be bloody cold. I hate playing in the cold. So yeah, with the cold coming on, the weather's going to change. It's 0 degrees at the moment, and it's just going to get worse. The temperature's going to drop even more. And please, 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 if you have a grandmother or a grandfather, they're living together and they haven't been given their heating allowance, and I've said this to our lass, if your dad is struggling and he needs and he's getting cold, we're not going to let him suffer in the house. I've told her, I said we've got a spare room, he can come up to our house. I've had the heating on all the time because you know, I live like a Rockefeller. Loads of money here as a trucker. You earn loads of money. It's unbelievable. So I can just keep my heating on all day. No, I'm only joking. So I says to her, look, he can come and stay at our house. I'm not having him living in his house. He wasn't given the heating allowance, which I thought was just bang out of order. So yeah, if you know somebody that's struggling, they haven't got their heating, they haven't been given their heating allowance, and they're really struggling, then please take them in, look after them. That's all I'll say. Look after them, and then we won't have any deaths. Simple as that. Right, that's it. I'm probably going to try and get my head down for about 20 minutes. I can do that while they're tipping me, it doesn't bother me. So drive safe, look after yourself, watch out for all those bloody lunatics, because they are everywhere. Like, subscribe, please drop me a comment on anything I've covered, and please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Please get me over 200. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you for my first shift on Sunday. Have a great weekend, everyone.